Charlie, why don't you tell us what we're about to build?
We're about to build a Nerf pegboard wall
What's it for? What are we building this for?
for the Nerf guns that I have.
Okay, that. What else do you got?
Lots of bullets and magazines and vests and stuff.
Okay. So you want to basically hang all this stuff up?
Yeah.
Okay. So if we're gonna make this Nerf gun pegboard, how do we install it to the wall? We're gonna put it in your closet, right? Okay, how do we install it to the wall?
What we're gonna do is we're gonna put 2 pieces of wood, and then we're gonna.
What are those pieces of wood called? Furring strips?
Yeah. And you put them on the wall, and then you get 2 more, and then you put them in between those 2, and then you take your pegboard.
Well, how big does the overall thing need to be? How big is the pegboard?
4 feet by 2 feet.
Okay, 4 feet by 2 feet. Then, if that's 4 feet by 2 feet, how long do we need to cut those furring strips to be?
The side ones need to be 4 feet.
Okay.
And these need to be, I think it's.
Show me how you figured that out.
This board has to be 1.5 inches, and this needs to be 1.5 inches.
Okay.
And this needs to be 21 inches. So.
And why is it 21 inches?
Because 1 plus 1 is 2, plus half and half is 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3 plus 21 is 24, and 12 plus 12 is 24, and that's 2 feet.
That's 2 feet.
And
So
it
we
needs
get
to be
2
2
feet across, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What is that magnet on the wall for?
To find the studs.
Yeah, that's to find the studs. But studs are made out of wood. Why is a magnet sticking to wood?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
How do you think they attach this sheetrock to the studs? How would you attach it? Right? You got those studs, you put the sheetrock up there, how are you going to make it stay? But how do you put 2 things together when you're building a house?
Screw 'em.
Screw them. That's right.
Oh, so the screws are the.
There's screws, and when they screw it, they can't screw it where there's not a stud, right? They have to screw where the stud is, right? So what is that magnet sticking to?
The screw.
The screw. The stud there. If we look further up, there's another one. There's another one, right? So we can be pretty confident that there's a stud there. Alright, so what is this thing on the floor here? I thought we were making a Nerf gun wall.
Yeah, we're going to put a safe under it.
Okay.
And then put the Nerf wall on the top,
So why are we doing that if we're building a Nerf gun wall?
so I can store my money right here.
I guess. Well, it's not really related, but we figured since we were working on the wall anyway, and we had been talking about maybe putting you a little lockbox somewhere, might be cool to hide it in the wall. Okay, so we'll be in the wall anyway, so. What did we just do?
We just marked out the lines of where we're going to cut.
Mm-hmm. And what did we figure out that's not so good?
It's not 16 inches, it's only 13.
Well, so,
Quarter.
yeah, here we found the edge of the stud, about right here. And then we started assuming the safe, I could have swore this safe and every normal wall safe would be 16 inches on the inside so that you would put it between studs. But if you look, this is clearly not 16 inches wide, so that tells me A, I can't recommend anyone buy this, and B, I probably didn't read the dimensions close enough when I purchased it, and C, it means that we're going to have to build out the stud from over here with some 2x4s or something to get, and maybe even some plywood or shims or something to get something to bolt this thing to on this side. So we'll do our best, right? All right, let's do it. Okay, well, what do we find? There's the edge of our stud. That's good. But then what do we find?
Spider webs and stuff.
Well, spider webs are no problem, but yeah, we're gonna have to build out this stud over here, right? That's okay. We'll figure it out. Pretty close. So that's close enough what we're doing. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna hold one side over here. Okay. I've got it clamped for you, but you're just gonna hold.
Can I go get your remote sound?
It's okay. It's not long. Then you're going to start the saw. And then you're going to very slowly pull it down. Yep. Go ahead. Very good.
We got the stuff in.
Yeah, we cut a few little blocks to help support the weight on the bottom, and then we added a 2x4 and a piece of 3/4 inch plywood to fill out the side there. And unfortunately, I mean, this is just a horrible. I mean, this little lip on the back here means that even once we push this in, you know, the sheetrock crack that we just showed through is going to wind up showing on one of these sides. There's just no room for error. And then the fact that it's 13 and whatever inches wide, the only thing I can think is that this thing maybe was made or designed for new construction, you know, for a house being built or something, because it's just the worst design to try to fit into a wall. So we'll try to make it work, but we may have to add something around the edge or some sort of molding or something to cover up the gaps. Maybe we'll just caulk it since we're in a closet.
So here's my dad screwing it in.
Alright, well, got it installed, but what do you think?
Pretty good.
Yeah, we unfortunately you can see this nasty gap over here, and that's because of that lip, and it just doesn't, it's not forgiving at all. So we'll either put some little trim molding around it, or we'll just caulk this up. Since it's inside of a closet, you'd have to get all the way in the closet to look against this side, so I don't think anyone's going to notice it, but still looks kind of bad. Anyway, we're getting there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now we got your pegboard painted with a blue coat, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what are we doing now with the tape?
We're putting tape on the board, so when we paint it orange, the stripes that were with the tape are going to be blue and the board's going to be orange.
Okay, sounds good. So we tried painting the orange, and the spray paint can was sputtering all over the place and not really doing what we wanted. Then we tried rolling it around, and it made like this distressed look. The mistake we made is we should have bought rolling paint instead of spray paint, right?
Not this.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, we got one more piece of tape here. There we go.
I mean, it looks strange, but
Well, it's up to you. We don't have to. We can redo it if you want.
kind of looks cool with the little blue spots around. Kind of makes it look Nerf.
Like it's been through war.
Yeah. Seen some action, but hasn't. Because it's not even on the wall yet.
All right, well, let's think about it a little bit. Redo it?
Yeah.
All right, what colors did you pick out?
The emergency zone and the
This one?
Yeah.
And Deep River? All right, so we're going to ask Leigh to mix it up for us. So now we're back to
Redoing it.
step one. Now we're doing our blue, but we're rolling it, right?
Yeah.
How's that feel compared to the spray paint?
A lot better than
A lot better than that?
the other one.
All right, let's get it going.
Easy.
Cool. So we put that in. So the other stud is here, and we just put a couple of support blocks there just so that we'd have some extra, even though we can screw the outside, we'd have a couple of screws there that'll go straight in the stud. So it should be very sturdy, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Good. You finished your Nerf wall?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about it?
Cool.
You like it?
Uh-huh.
Anything you want to change? I see you got your magazines down here on the bottom. We don't have anything in here yet. You got your bucket of bullets down there.
I have my machine gun, my Star Wars gun. I have my 2 guns that I got for Christmas.
We finished up your Nerf wall.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about it? We've got your safe down there, so you can, your secret
Nerf
stuff.
guns, and then put on the lights.
Yeah, here we'll turn off the light so you can see as you go and grab things. There's a light down there at the bottom and a light up there. That's kind of cool. What do you think? So if you're getting in your safe at night, or you walk in your closet even, just you can light it up.
Yeah.
That looks kind of cool.
If someone's at the door.
All right. So do you like it?
Uh-huh.
Did you have fun making it?
Mhm.
Very cool. Well, I love you, bud.
Love you too.